Everybody, this is part 2 to Yin Yoga. I just ran out of space, so I deleted some files from my phone. We were just in caterpillar, so let's continue in our caterpillar. Lengthening up, hinge from the hips, elongate your sternum, your breastbone. Careful not to bend from the spine. Breathing in, really lengthen on your inhales. Exhale as you fold from the hip socket. Hip hinge forward. Arms reach long. Maybe they reach into the mat. Maybe they reach to your ankles. Go to your edge. Flexing your feet for a deeper stretch. Feel the back of those thigh bones firmly on the mat. Sitting bones, sits bones firmly underneath you. When we release hyaluronic acid in our joints and our bodies, it really helps us to de-stress, and we stop releasing cortisol into our body. It helps us really reduce our stress level. Which also helps us fall asleep easier. I'm going to take another deep inhale here. And gently you're going to lift up. All right. I'm going to have you do a little recline twist. Cross your right knee over the left leg. Really lift up through your spine. Take that right arm down. Take this left arm. You could either grab your leg, you can reach arm up, lengthen, and just look over your shoulder if that's comfortable. And just feel collarbones wide, breastbone opening. One more deep inhale here. And gently release. Cross left ankle over the knee. Rise up through your spine. We're going to take, you could either intersect this arm around your leg. Lift this arm up, bring it close in line under shoulder. You could even hold arm up. Lengthening upwards. Flex your foot. One more deep inhale here. And gently we're going to untwist. I want you to take a yoga block. We're going to come up and sit on a yoga block. You could even sit on a rolled up blanket or a pillow. We're going to do a little half straddle. We're going to fold one foot in towards our inner thigh, and we're just going to stretch that inner thigh sideways. And then what I want you to do here, I'm going to do a little variation. I'm just going to bring the bottom of our foot, the sole of our foot, towards the inner thigh. Before we straddled this way, legs went side to side, propping your pelvis up a little tiny bit. Want you to elongate up, feel length along your rib cage here, and then I want you to rotate towards this femur bone or thigh bone with the middle of your sternum, your breastbone aligned up with the middle of that thigh. We're just going to really lengthen our spine. This feels really good for when you're tight along your sidelines. And just slowly make your way forward. Go to where you can without forcing it. Give your body a chance to adjust. Really opening up the sides of the spine, sides of our waist too. Looking at the time. Okay. I've been hip hiking and I can feel my left quadratus lumborum muscle on the side of my spine. It's totally releasing right now as I breathe into this pose. Doing this in case anybody has that same thing happening to them, where one hip goes a little higher sometimes from tight muscles, lifting it. If you're a runner, a cyclist, a dancer, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. A hiker. That hyaluronic acid is kind of like a fountain of youth. We do stop producing it at a certain age. So it's really good if you could utilize your time wisely and take the time to produce it while you can, because it has tremendous benefits for your joint integrity. Take one more deep inhale here. Slowly make your way back up. All right, we're going to slide this leg in. You might have to adjust yourself on your blanket or your block. And then we're going to slide our other leg out. Draw the sole of your foot towards your groin, towards your inner thigh. And then you're going to rise up through the spine. Really lengthen. Sink into those sits bones. And you're going to lengthening up. And again, we're going to do that little variation where we take our breastbone, we stretch our spine long, take our breastbone, we're going to align it over the center part of our femur bone, the quadricep or thigh. Lengthen up on your inhale. And we're going to start to stretch forward. You're going to feel this whole side start to stretch. Keep rising up. You can adjust your pelvis if necessary. Keep rooting down. Keep stretching breastbone, your sternum long. And again, you hip hinge right at the crease, your thigh and your hip socket. You're going to start to feel the tissue pulling apart a little bit in here. I'm going to take another deep inhale here. And we're going to slowly start to come up. All right. I'm going to take that block out from underneath us. I'm going to have you do something for your spine mobility. And this is if you're able to do things where your spine can move. Like you wouldn't do this with hardware where it's fastened together to keep it stabilized. So if that were your case, you would do a straight bridge into the air. Take arms by sides. Feet are going to be a little bit further out from your glutes. Center of knees, point over second toes. Abdominals draw inward, and you're going to lift pelvis to sky. And I want you to feel elongation from hips past knees. Front ribs meet back ribs. Here is your bridge, neutral hip bridge. Let's do 5 like this. Bring hips down simultaneously. 4, press hips to sky. Lengthen tailbone away from breastbone. Down. 3. Feel how there's wide openness across those collarbones. No weight in neck. 2. Straight back to mat. 1 more. Next, we're going to peel vertebra by vertebra, section by section. Inhale, release through your sternum, melt. Exhale the air out of the lungs. Work your way, sequential motion, down through each section for spinal mobility. Focus inward. Got a little wobble in there. I got to strengthen those paraspinal muscles and those extensors. Breathing in, breathing out. We have iliocostalis, longissimus, and spinalis. Those are the muscles that pop into my brain right now as I roll through my spine. Inhale, exhale. Let's try 2 more. Let those ribs knit together. And last one. Peel up, make room in between each section. If we have any articular facet joints locked together, we want to get them to unlock. I'm going to get a cramp. Woohoo! That hamstring cramped. Okay, it went away. Got a good pop. All right. Gently hug knees in. If it's okay, feels good. Gently rock side to side. Okay, we're going to end with a recline twist. Knees in line with hips to protect your lumbar spine. Cactus your arms, and then gently swivel to the side. If you wanted to modify this, you could always take your knees onto a yoga block like that. That actually feels good. I'm going to keep it there. Eye gaze can be straight, or it can look over opposite shoulder if that feels good. I'm just going to take a couple inhales here. Your shoulders are in the mat. Melt any tension away. Do one more inhale here. Gently bring knees back to the center. Align your knees with your hips. We're going to cactus our arms again. And then you're going to let both knees fall the other way. Can either look straight up, look opposite direction, open across collarbones. Feel like the shoulder blade, it widening away from the middle of your spine as it melts down into your mat. Breathe into any tight spots. Feel free to modify how far your knees go to the side. If you don't want to twist your spine, keep feet on the mat with knees lifted higher into the air. Feel the inner edge, inferior edge of your shoulder blade. I'm going to call it the inferior spine of the scapula. Just let it melt deeper into the mat as it stretches away from your spine. Let your collarbone in front melt away from your breastbone, the center of your chest, your sternum. One more deep inhale here. And gently, going to come back to the center. And we're just going to take our legs and our arms straight out onto the mat for Savasana. Let your palms go up, your knees fall out, your feet fall out. Release any tension anywhere. And just let your body sink into the earth. And just let your body assimilate what we did today in our practice. Being at peace in the stillness. Just honoring yourself and what you did on the mat today. And what you do on the mat can carry through into everyday life, into circumstances off the mat. Bringing that peace and bringing that calm to other areas of your life. Start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Gently bringing your awareness back. Just going to take a moment, bend those knees in, Gonna turn to one side. And slowly we're just going to make our way up to a seated position. Hopefully you have a sense of rejuvenation, sense of calm, sense of peace, and sense of inner joy and bliss. And just taking some time out and take care of yourself. So let's close out our practice. Bringing hands to our heart chakra. Anjali Mudra. So thanks everybody. I appreciate you joining me. If you like my content, please hit like or subscribe or share. I would really appreciate it so I can grow my channel. Hope you have a great rest of your day, your evening, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Peace. Bye.